Love, light, and blessings. Shamanic Awak Priestess here, and I wanted to make this second half of January's video, so pretty much a overall wrap up. I did a previous one that kind of covered the energies that I've been working with and things of that nature, so I won't repeat that. I continue to work with the sacral chakra, still using the same crystals, still using the same crystal grids, and things like that. I also been using the 7 chakra incense, but I've been still using the sacral chakra one. I love the scent of it. As a matter of fact, I'm finishing burning some of it. And then for the second half of January, I also was working with, I don't know if you can see, okay, the meditation incense that I got from Walmart. I've been doing okay with my deaf ear when it comes to decks. It just started, but I bought one, which I had said no more than 3, so that's awesome. And I also acquired 2 new decks through a trade, which I'm going to share one of those here because I'm planning to work with the decks in February, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. So yeah, so the deaf ear has been going okay. The eating out thing, not so good. I'm going to work on that. But the purchasing of spiritual materials has gone well. I'm only buying that which I need. So that makes me really happy, and things of that nature. And I've been trying to focus more on my own personal needs and the things that I need, and setting up boundaries and things like that. I was actually talking to someone, a former content creator, about that, and now I'm still friends with her outside of YouTube. So I was talking to her about, being a spiritual healer, being psychic, and things like that, and struggling with self-care and being a mother, and things like that. So, and all the many hats that you have to put on, and how, I have been known to put the needs of others before my own. And I've been known to have a hard time sometimes saying no to things, in the past. So, I've set up these rules where I won't answer emails or things like that after a certain time, and not over scheduling myself to the point of physically making myself sick. That is something that I have struggled with not even that long ago. And I was forced to have to take a whole day off from work because I was just so overworked. I literally couldn't, even, get out of bed, and things like that. So I want to be the best for my clients, and I want to be the best for my children, and I want to be the best for myself. So that is something that I will continue to work with and work on in 2020. And also decluttering. I got rid of, more decks as the new ones have come in. Most of the decks I got last year I've gotten rid of. Everyone that I put on my top favorites of last year that I acquired, those are still there. But the ones that weren't my favorites, they're gone. So, and things like that. So, I just feel that I just want to be myself, and I don't want to feel like or do things that don't resonate with me, like feeling like I need all these tools to be a good psychic, because I don't. My clients love the way that I read. They love my style, and they're amazed at the messages that I get because I'm not a heavy tool user, and things like that. I'm not fancy. I just pretty much, you book a reading with me and the reading immediately starts. I have people shocked, like, wow, you connect so fast. That's okay. And it's amazing the information that comes through, and it's just amazing, honestly. And how deeply I connect, and the time frames and the predictions that come through. So I had to pause the video because my little one was getting up. It's really early in the morning, so I kind of paused the video because she's like, "What is mommy doing?" So yeah, I had to tell like I'm making a video. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. So yeah, so I'm gonna continue to work on that in the deaf year and self care and things like that, which brings me also to my next topic, which is I am going to be doing the February vlog. I'm really excited about it, and things like that. But when we're talking about self care, okay, I'm going to do Patreon and all that stuff next month and so on and so forth. I realized because I was going to continue to do more of the classes this year. When I actually started doing them in December, it was a lot. I had originally started them off at 6 weeks and extended them for 2 months because of all the material that I wanted to cover. I didn't want to overwhelm my students, okay? It's a lot. They were surprised, like, this is a lot of information and things like that. You know, it's a lot of reading material. It's a lot of, things that you have to actually watch, and scheduling that lecture time and things like that where we go over the things and you ask your questions and all that. It's not just like throw a book at them, do it on your own, whatever. Every week we're meeting up and having discussions and things like that. So it's 2 months of dedication for myself and for them. And that's on top of, I run a full-time tarot business. It's not a hobby for me. Like, it's consumes a lot of my time. I was talking to somebody there the other day, and they were talking to me about, TV watching and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't even get to watch TV in the daytime. I don't even watch a lot of TV. Like, when I watch TV or to sit down and watch a novela or a movie, it's something that I schedule with my kids, and things like that. Even like so many videos I want to watch, and sometimes I just don't have the time, to do that. So, I try to watch even YouTube as much as I can, and things like that. Because I work a lot. Like, when my youngest daughter's in school, right when she's dropped off in the morning, I have usually for about 6 days a week, I have readings pretty much in maybe like 30 minutes after I drop her off and I'm back home. I'm already starting my workday. I'm already reading, and I read all the way to about maybe an hour before my son comes back from school, and my daughter. And then I go pick them up, and I make dinner and I do homework with them and things like that. And then once they're off to bed, I'm working another maybe 3 or 4 hours after that. And then I'm done with my work day. I go to my altars, I feed my spirits, and if I have to do spell work for myself or a client, then that's what I would do, and then I go to sleep, And then on top of that, I have selected 3 days of the week to do these lectures, and the lectures are individual, so it's not like I'm lecturing a group of people. I'm lecturing an individual. You get me one-on-one. Once a week, and a very intensive, like, it's a lot of information, especially when someone's new, and at the beginning it's overwhelming. Then I notice they're getting into their strides and things are starting to click and make sense and things like that, because the classes were designed for people that are starting out, and things like that. And there's historical knowledge. I teach you spell work, I teach you rituals, I teach you why you do so. Like, it's very intense stuff, and things like that. And every week there's a new lesson. So, before you know it, you're reading like 8 chapters of a book. Like, it's a lot. And like I said, for them and for myself. And so after the second bout, when that sold off, when the first one, a lot of people were upset, so I did a second bout for March, and then those seats got taken up. And I found my magic number. Like, this is a number I'm comfortable with teaching, because You know, I still have to do my spell work. I still have, you know, readings to do. You know, I still have to travel to do exorcisms and, you know, things like that. So, you know, I'm constantly going, which I'm very blessed for and I'm very happy. You know, I'm not complaining, you know, and things like that, you know, but I also do have children and a family and myself, you know. So, you know, I'm doing the second bout in March and that, you know, sold out, which I'm very grateful for. And so that's why yesterday I went on YouTube and I said, hey, there's, you know, 3 more spots left because that magic number got filled. And I wanted to look because a lot of people were expressing interest. And what I didn't want to happen was overbook the classes. And then I'm going to end up having to refund people and all these things. And you know what I mean? Or, you know, feel so bad that I take too many students on and then you're not getting anything out of it, you know, because I just cannot physically handle a certain amount of students. I cannot physically handle a certain amount of classes because again, they're 2 months, so that's 6 months. Now, I am going to be doing workshops and things like that throughout the year. Those tend to be shorter and more condensed, but you're still going to get a lot of good materials. Like I have put back the ancestral healing. That one's going to be done in April because that one sold out pretty quickly. And I had a lot of people asking about that one. And that one's going to pretty much help you to work with the ancestors and work with the ancestors so that you can heal through a lot of spiritual conditions and traumas and things like that. So that one's going to be really cool. A lot of people showed interest in that one. They were disappointed that, so I can do those types of workshops here and there, but like for 2 months of the intensive, like I said, it's a lot for me, and I got to take a couple of months break in between so I can keep up with the other parts of, you know, my services and corresponding emails and making videos on YouTube and all these things. So, so yes, I just thought I would explain why that will be the last ones of the year. It has a lot, like I said, to do with self-care. In the past, I have worked myself to the point of getting physically sick. And when I say physically sick, I mean like physically sick where I have to go to the actual hospital and be forced to be on bed rest and things, because as a shaman, when you're healing people, you're taking on their sickness and healings. Sickness and things. When you are casting spells for others, you are taking on their sickness and their spiritual conditions, and you're manifesting, and that in itself takes a lot of time. It's why, you know, I really thought about it and how much work I really put into those things. So, you know, I had to change the price points and, you know, and break down different types of rituals and things like that, because another thing is, you know, I realize I have to charge what I'm worth, you know what I mean? And when it comes to the really long rituals, it's a lot. It's kind of like the same thing with the classes. If I'm doing lectures, I'm not reading people. So, you know what I mean? So that's why I have to charge for those classes, because then I take a hit, because then I can't book a reading at that set time that I set aside for you, you know? So the same thing with the spell work. If I'm doing spell work, I'm not doing readings. So, you know, that's why I have to charge what I charge, because then it's a big financial hit for me, and things like that. So hopefully that all makes sense. I kind of wanted to explain that. As far as my readings, I have a lot of frequently asked questions. My readings are in real time. They're through Skype, and in some cases through phone if you live within the United States. They're scheduled readings, so once you book me, I will send you my schedule. If I don't respond immediately, it's because I'm usually doing something, like I'm working, you know, or I'm attending to my family. So you will get a response as soon as I can, and things of that nature. All spell work and all spiritual healings and workings are only done after a consultation. The consultation is non-refundable, and it does not guarantee that I will do your spell work. I have to see, one, if it's going to be successful, what really is going on, and how my spirits and I can help you in your situation, how long of a working you would need, and so on and so forth, which also determines pricing, okay? It's not a one size fit all for everybody. Some people just need a simpler working, and some people need a more intense working, you know, things like that. So that's as far as my workings go. And that's the information for my readings. You don't have to email me and tell me, hey, I want a reading. Just go on my website, you read the description that explains how my readings work, and things like that, and just book it. And then when I can, I will email you and we will schedule the reading, and things like that. So, and then just my information so you can actually find me on Skype and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You can ask me whatever you want to connect to the past, present, and future. I will, if you want me to channel the thoughts of others and tell you what the intentions of others are, that's perfectly fine. I specialize in love readings, family readings, finances, business. I am still doing mentorship in the sense of there are people that I'm still doing the spiritual investigation readings where you find out what spirits want to work with you. You can book sessions as if they're readings, and I can do that too. You know what I mean? And just give you like the basics of things. I've done that before, like pay as you go, and things like that. I still do that. And things like that. The Hoodoo courses are a completely different thing. Those are more like really getting into things, but at least to give you the foundation, I will still be doing those pay as you go mentorships and things like that. And like I said, workshops and so on and so forth. Still doing my spell work, still doing my readings, still be making my videos and things like that. So I just thought I would explain why I have to, I'm only able to do three sessions of the Hoodoo courses. And the reason why I took it out of my workshop temporarily is because people were still trying to book the classes even after I said they were full. So I had to literally make it unavailable. And then I ended up refunding money yesterday because I'm like, I already said the classes were full. So you know what I mean? So I ended up having to do refunds and just like the whole confusion of that. So I said, let me just take it off temporarily. I will be giving instructions to the ones that are doing a payment plan and stuff like that so that you can pay, your second and third payments. So I will be giving instructions on how to do that. So that's what I wanted to cover, and updates and things like that. And then I wanted to share for the rest of the month of January. So I showed you a couple of decks that I worked with. I also worked with another version of Rider-Waite. I do like the Siren Import deck, but it was like I have to get used to how that deck shuffles because of the linen cardstock. Like the way that I shuffle, like cards were getting bended and things like that. So I said I'm gonna give that deck a break. And then I kind of finished the month out with my Radiant Wheat, which I'm still using. I will be rotating to a different deck in February. I've had great, beautiful, gorgeous readings with this one, and things like that. So I finally connected with this one because it was one of my least favorites of my Rider-Waite Smith clones and versions and things like that, but I've actually really connected with it, and just got beautiful readings with it. Like I said, and you guys know me already, have a very deep connection to our RWS anyways. This deck has since been put in order, and this is another deck that I love, and this is the Mermaid Tarot. I worked with it the last 2 weeks of January, and I just gorgeous, beautiful readings, beautiful guidebook. This one I used a lot for working, reading for myself, one card pulls, predictive readings for myself, things like that. It's been a beautiful, wonderful deck. It's very inclusive. That's why I love it. Love that Yemaya is the Empress in this one. Love the vast cultures, different skin colors, different ethnicities in this deck, and things of that nature. So it's been a beautiful deck to it's been a beautiful deck to work with. So I've loved it. I've really loved working with this deck. So anyways, one more. So yeah, I love working with it. It's helped me a lot with my emotions, if that makes sense. There was times I was feeling overwhelmed in January, with deadlines and things like that, and it really helped me. And when I wasn't feeling good, and I had to kind of like just take, a couple of days off recently, and just kind of really evaluate and say, I could only do but so much. So, like I said, I had to pretty much, just be like, this has to be the last one that I do, because physically I just can't. And if I get sick, I'm good to nobody, so, and things like that. So, I might possibly do another one in 2021. We will see, and things like that. So, yeah. So if, if I upset anybody, I truly, apologize and things like that. So, the next deck is the Herb Crafters Tarot. The Herb Crafters Tarot. And this one was the only one that I bought so far. It comes with a great guidebook. I have a walkthrough of this one that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to upload it in February as part of my 28 days, so stay tuned to that. But yeah, I love this deck very much. As a healer, as a person who works with herbs, as a shaman, really resonate with this one. I'm still working with this deck, and I completely love it. I just think it's amazing. It's amazing. I do a walkthrough of it, and you can see all the cards and things like that. So, and these are the gorgeous backs of this deck, and I love the readings. Like, I feel very ancestral connections when I'm using this deck. So definitely has been a deck that I do not regret buying, and I have loved working with it. It's a US Games, and it's the Herb Crafters Tarot. Okay, the Herb Crafters Tarot. A deck that I'm going to be working with in January. It's a newly acquired deck that I got in exchange. I've been wanting this one for a long time, so I traded 2 of my decks for this one, and it's the New Era Elements Tarot. And it comes with a guidebook, and these are the gorgeous backs. I mean, like, literally, this is gorgeous. I just started working with this one yesterday, and I was like, wow, I want to work with this deck in February, and things like that. So I will let you know how I get on with it, if I continue to connect with it and things like that. And look out for a full walkthrough of this one as well. But yes, gorgeous, wonderful, marvelous, all that good stuff. It gave me such a impactful and powerful reading. This deck does have, dark cards, which so far does not bother me, and things like that. And it's, diverse, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Well, anyways, so look at the Lover's card. I love this one. It's like, that's love, unconditional, undying, timeless love. Okay, one more. Okay, anyways, so, and this is the New Era the New Era Tarot. And like I said, I just literally acquired this one yesterday, so I will be letting you guys know how I get on with it. And I wanted it because I wanted to use it to do a lot of self-work, okay? All about self-care and just really diving deep and things like that as far as my personal tarot practice and spiritual practice and things like that. So that is all for January of 2020. The last 2 weeks I've been obsessed. I know it's not Halloween, but my Vampire's Blood Candle, which is like literally going on right now. Yeah, it's like literally going on right now. I just been obsessed with it. I also been obsessed with this deck too. When I'm traveling for work situations and things, I've been working with this one. Oh my goodness, look at it, the count. Using this for like on the go readings and things like that, because it just kind of, it fits, like it literally fits anywhere you go, and they're completely shuffleable and things like that. So I've been using that little guy too, when I'm on the go. On the go, doing spiritual things with clients, and it requires me to travel and things like that. So I've been using this one because I do locally have local clients, and there are cases I do have to travel to help people spiritually and things like that. So all right, guys, well, much love, much light, much blessings. Really working with tourmaline too for that healing energy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just thought I would put the other 2 videos in private and kind of explain why that situation's going on. I love you guys so much. I'm still going to be teaching things and things like that. So, you know, just understand I could do but so much in a certain time period. But there's more to come in 2021, guys. So, so like I said, if I upset anybody, I truly apologize. But yeah, much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And until the next video, bye.